Brian Cox looks like a super gruff, sophisticated ball sack.
Ever noticed how some men seem to handle criticism like it's just another day? No sweat, no drama, just pure composure. Well, how do they do it? Most of us would be ready to explode in such a situation. Well, buckle up, because I'm going to be sharing with you 8 game-changing ways that men with real wealth handle criticism without breaking a sweat. Let's dive in. Number 1, the art of the pause. When faced with criticism, most people rush to defend themselves, but men with real wealth handle it differently. They pause. It's not hesitation, it's a subtle flex of control. This small act sends a big message. It shows you're composed, unshaken, and in control of the narrative. Take someone like Bill Gates. In interviews, when faced with sharp questions, he doesn't rush to defend himself. Instead, he pauses, processes, and then responds with a thoughtful answer. That moment of silence shifts the energy and creates space for clarity, both for him and the person across from him. This approach diffuses tension, shifts the focus, and keeps the upper hand. Silence in these moments isn't empty, it's intentional. It makes the critic wonder if their words landed as intended, or if they've just given you the edge. A pause doesn't just buy time, it conveys confidence. It shows that you're not reacting emotionally, but strategically, and it leaves an impression of calm authority. Whether it's a meeting or casual conversation, this simple move can turn the dynamic entirely in your favor. Number 2, redirect the energy. Here's a strategy straight from the playbook of the world's top thinkers. Turn criticism into a tool for growth. Wealthy men know that instead of seeing critiques as roadblocks, they can reframe them as opportunities. For instance, if someone dismisses an idea as unworkable, the instinct might be to defend or shut down. But the true power move is to redirect. Ask, what would you suggest to improve it? Or, what gaps do you see? Suddenly, the critic is no longer an adversary. They're a collaborator, whether they realize it or not. In elite circles, this skill is a game changer. Picture a high-stakes setting, like a corporate boardroom or a black tie event. When someone makes a sly remark about your work, the natural response might be to counter or disengage. But those who know how to redirect respond with curiosity and poise, subtly shifting the focus from the critique to solutions. This approach not only disarms the critic, but also makes you appear open-minded and strategic. Redirecting criticism doesn't just neutralize negativity, it sets a tone of constructive dialogue. It shows you're focused on progress, not petty debates. And that is a hallmark of real confidence. Number 3, maintain composure like a pro. In public settings, losing your temper is the ultimate style faux pas. It's like spilling coffee on your perfectly tailored suit. Wealthy men understand this better than anyone. They have mastered the art of staying calm under pressure, no matter how pointed the criticism. Take Daniel Craig, for instance. Faced with tough questions in interviews, he doesn't flinch. He leans back, keeps his voice even, and responds with a blend of wit and calmness that makes the moment look effortless. When criticism feels like it's hitting a nerve, the secret is to channel that inner calm. It's all about maintaining a steady presence that signals, I'm not fazed and I'm still in control. Composure isn't just about keeping your cool, though. It's about what you project. Calm confidence not only disarms critics, but also leaves an impression of strength and resilience. The best part? People remember the poise, not the criticism. Number 4, listen like you're taking notes. Listening isn't just polite, it's a power move. Wealthy men understand this well. They lean in, they nod thoughtfully, and they act as if every word being said holds the key to a hidden treasure. Why? Because even in the harshest critique, there is often a nugget of insight waiting to be uncovered. It's not about agreeing, It's about showing that you are confident enough to consider all perspectives. Take Bill Gates as an example. He's the kind of guy who listens like he's decoding a riddle. Criticism, to him, is data, something to analyze and extract value from. And here's the kicker. When you genuinely listen, it disarms the critic. They stop seeing you as an adversary and start respecting your openness. The next time someone critiques you, lean in, literally. Instead of reacting, ask, "Interesting, can you elaborate on that?" It not only puts the critic on the spot, but it also shifts the power dynamic in your favor. Plus, staying calm and engaged, that is the kind of cool confidence that people remember. Number 5, don't make it personal, even when it feels personal. Here's a truth that not many realize. Most criticism isn't really about you. It's often a reflection of the critic's insecurities or frustrations. Wealthy men excel at recognizing this. They have mastered the ability to separate genuine feedback from comments fueled by someone else's baggage. When someone throws out a remark about being quote-unquote too ambitious or overly confident, it's rarely a true critique. Instead, it often signals the other person's discomfort with what they can't achieve themselves. Wealthy men don't let this kind of negativity stick. They understand that engaging only feeds unnecessary drama, and they've got far more important things to focus on. Responding to criticism with a calm demeanor while mentally filtering out the noise shows emotional intelligence. It's not just about brushing things off. It's about choosing which feedback is worth your energy and which is better left in the dust. Number 6, the power of classy comebacks. A sharp, classy comeback isn't just a defense. It is a master stroke that shifts the narrative. Think about Daniel Craig. When asked about aging in his role as James Bond, a question loaded with judgment, he casually replied, quote, "Better to age than the alternative." The brilliance. It was light, it was humorous, and completely undercutting the criticism without turning it into a confrontation. The message was clear. I'm comfortable in my skin, and your remark doesn't shake that. Wealthy men have mastered this art. Their comebacks are witty, but never mean-spirited. The key is to diffuse tension without escalating the situation. It's not about delivering a knockout punch. It's about showing that criticism rolls off of them like water on a freshly waxed car. A classy comeback redirects attention, leaving critics without a leg to stand on, and the audience quietly impressed. Crafting a repertoire of go-to comebacks can be a game changer. These responses don't just shut down negativity, they reflect your ability to think on your feet and maintain composure. It is a subtle way to signal strength, intelligence, and a touch of humor, all hallmarks of true confidence. Number 7, respect, even for the critic. In the world of high society and elite networks, there is one golden rule. Never burn bridges, even with the people who criticize you. Wealthy men understand that how you treat your critics says as much about you as your accomplishments do. Respect in the face of criticism isn't weakness, it's strategy. It shows class, emotional maturity, and a long-term perspective that commands admiration. Take Bill Gates, for example. During an early interview, a critic pointed out flaws in Microsoft software. Well, instead of getting defensive, Gates thanked them. Yes, thanked them. That moment turned what could have been a contentious interaction into one of mutual respect, even turning the critic into a supporter. Criticism can either chip away at your reputation or refine it like a diamond. The choice is yours, and responding with respect ensures you always come out shining. Even in the toughest moments, kindness and composure leave a lasting impression that outshines the critique itself. And number 8, turn criticism into a case study. For wealthy men, criticism isn't an attack, it's a treasure trove of insight. They treat it like data, analyzing it for patterns and opportunities to improve. Got feedback on your leadership style? That's material for refining your approach. Someone critiques your product? Congratulations, you've just scored free market research. By reframing criticism as information, they stay locked on growth and avoid the black hole of self-doubt. Take Elon Musk as an example. Tesla has faced its fair share of criticism, from delays to design issues. Did Musk retreat into silence or lash out? Not a chance. Instead, he used the feedback to fuel transparency, tweeting updates, addressing concerns directly, and working to turn skeptics into believers. Over time, the results spoke louder than the critics ever could. So the next time criticism hits, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Treat it as a case study for your success. Not only will you grow, but you'll also show critics that their words have only fueled your progress. Now that's a power move. Criticism isn't the enemy. It is a stepping stone to growth if you handle it right. So, the next time someone throws shade your way, handle it with grace, wit, and maybe even a martini-level coolness. Now, tell me, how do you think one should react to criticism? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to respond to every single one of you. Like and subscribe if you love old money elegance and understated fashion. And if you don't subscribe, it means I'll just have to wait another day to onboard you. Thanks for watching. Cheers to mastering the art of finesse.